Welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Wednesday. Just me today. Mom is busy with other endeavors. So it's been all over my feed. I've been getting a lot of notifications, emails, messages from all of our lender partners saying rates are dropping. So if you've been sitting on the fence waiting to buy a home because rates are higher than you would like them to be, you might want to think about getting back into the game before it starts to go crazy. What do I mean? Well, how many people do you think are just like you that, rates are not what they were and people are like, oh, I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to buy a house and I'm going to wait for the rates to drop. There's a lot of people that have that mentality. But what happens is while all these people are waiting, the people that are choosing to buy right now are getting better deals on houses because there's less competition. And then when the rate drops, they're just going to refinance to whatever the lower rate is. The problem with those of you who are waiting is that by waiting, once everyone else jumps into the market all at the same time, when rates drop even more than they already are, there's going to be way too many people buying houses than there are houses available, which causes prices to rise. We saw that happen just a few years ago when rates were 2s and 3s and 4s. People were paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 over the asking price, $15,000 appraisal gaps. There was like 17 to 50 offers. It was absolutely crazy. Right now, buyers aren't having to deal with any of that stuff. And if they're doing new construction as well, they're even getting a brand new home and sometimes for even less than what the current rates are because builders are offering a lot of incentives to help with that as well. So if you're waiting, you're unfortunately going to end up shooting yourself in the foot because you're going to end up paying more for the house later versus just buying the house now and refinancing when the rates drop. While yes, rates aren't what they were, we may never see a 2 and 3% rate again in our lifetime. Those rates really were artificially low. It wasn't sustainable in a healthy economy. And honestly, a 7% rate on a national scale over the last, projections of years and years of rates and inflation and all that stuff, a 7% is actually pretty sustainable and normal. So if you can get a 6, which is what at the time of this video, projection was, the average rate across the board is about a 6, that's a good deal. I mean, your credit card's probably a 20%, and people just rack up debt on your credit cards like nothing. So it would be much more advantageous to get into a home and be building equity instead of just throwing your money to the landlord or, not building any equity because you're renting. So that's something to keep in mind. If you are renting, while there is a time and place for that, if you're planning on staying anywhere long term, it's better to buy the house. And then, if 5 to 7 years, you're like, hey, you know what, I'm out, keep the house, even if it's less than that, and just rent it out. And then you have rental income to supplement the mortgage on whatever new place that you choose to buy. So you have a lot of options available to you, but waiting for rates to drop is really not the best plan of action. Like I've been saying, if the payment is affordable and you like the house, that's a winning combination. And remember, one of the biggest reasons for owning a home is that you're locking in your cost of living. So if you are renting right now, your landlord can raise your rent every single time your lease is up. But if you own a home, you're locked in at whatever your mortgage payment is for the life of your loan. So it's something to keep in mind. If you're interested in buying a home, give me a call. I would love to help you make that smooth transition, whether it is to Oklahoma or within our beautiful state here in Green Country. I live in Tulsa. I serve, of course, Tulsa and the surrounding areas. So if you're in those locations and you need real estate help, let me know. But even if you're not, I am partnered with Keller Williams Realty, which is a national brokerage, and we have referral partners all across the country and even outside of the country in some locations. So we can definitely help you with that, even if you're not here locally. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Did a lot of house tours recently, so make sure you watch those. Some pretty cool houses over in Midtown Brookside area.